Welcome back, everybody. This is the thejonnymar, and we are getting right into it with our latest mini-boss fight, or sub-boss fight, or boss rush fight with the two-headed dragon. So this is the second of the 4 World of Darkness bosses we have to face before we can take on the final boss, the Cloud of Darkness. And this boss exclusively uses physical attacks. So you'll notice that I have moved my ninja to the back row, and instead of physically attacking with the ninja, I'm going to be throwing some shurikens at the boss. Otherwise, my strategy is going to be pretty much the same for everybody else, and that is jumping with my dragoon, as well as physically attacking with my knight. Now with 2 heads, he does get 2 attacks. Keep that in mind for the next sub-boss we're going to be fighting, because they have 3 heads, and so they will get 3 attacks. But we're going to keep chucking shurikens at him, physically attacking, like the other sub-bosses in this area. This boss has around 100,000 hit points. And as long as you keep healing in between rounds, you should be doing pretty well, and it should go down pretty fast. I'm not overly concerned about this boss. It's actually one of the easier of the 4 bosses. Now, it's not as easy as the last one we're going to be taking on for one particular reason, but it is one of the easier ones. I like how it patiently waits for us to get our attacks in. It's like, no, go ahead. Throw those spike stars into my face, that's fine. I'll wait. And then I will crunch. And take a bite out of your butt. I would imagine we're pretty close here to beating him. I'm gonna guess we're probably around 80,000 already done in damage. Maybe a little less than that. We'll see if our knight does a little spin here. Oh yeah. And you know, if your physical attacker does that little spin pirouette at the end, that the boss is going down. Or the enemy is going down. But we did it! Boss number 2 in this boss rush taken out. Which means we have saved the second Warrior of Darkness, or Warrior of the Dark. So I wonder if that is a title or if that is the job class that they are. They all do look exactly the same, and they're all wearing the exact same armor. So they're either defaulting to that, kind of like the Freelancer / Onion Knight class from the original Final Fantasy III on the NES, or that's their specialty class. Or the animators couldn't be bothered to give them unique sprites. So yes, the Cloud of Darkness wants to return everything to the void. That'll be a common theme in some future Final Fantasies. And so they've been trying to seal away the crystals and bring about that destruction. But we have been preventing it. And with our powers combined, we can summon Captain Planet. Or in this case, stop the Cloud of Darkness. Alright, so we're back in the central area, and we're going to take on our 3rd sub-boss here in our boss rush. And this is, in many ways, the most difficult of the bosses, other than the final boss, the Cloud of Darkness. So the room is a big zigzag pattern. You're going to run across these cloudy platforms, which is just clouds on top of crystal platforms, I think. We'll grab another ribbon here, and take on another Zandy clone. And now all of our party members are equipped with ribbons. That said, there is still 1 more ribbon available in the last sub-boss area. And I noticed I did move my ninja back to the front row. If you want to be extra safe in the upcoming fight, keeping the ninja in the back row and throwing shurikens is a good strategy. Simply because the ninja doesn't have the greatest physical defense, and the next boss can attack 3 times per turn, and will typically do a lot of physical attacks. I want to save and conserve my shurikens simply because I want them for not only the final boss, but also the hidden boss in the secret dungeon. But here we have the 3rd Crystal of Darkness. This will be your final resting place. You all seem so confident in saying those things. And yet, here we go. We just keep on, and like the Energizer Bunny. But it's Cerberus, the three-headed dog itself. Now this battleground is not quite as cool as it might be in some later Final Fantasies, if you get my drift, but it's still pretty awesome. And this boss is quite difficult, simply because it attacks 3 times per turn. Now it's still not as bad as the final boss, who can attack 4 times per turn, but it still can be pretty damaging, especially if he decides to target his attacks all on one character, and especially if that character is more vulnerable, such as my ninja. He can physically attack my knight as much as he wants. My knight can take it. My ninja is a little bit more squishy. But the strategy is roughly the same. Haste both your physical attackers, jump with your dragoon, and then heal with your devout if you are using a similar party to my own. Ouch. Oh man. Now I'm in a little bit of a pickle here. If I don't heal my ninja, my knight will protect him. However, if Cerberus uses multiple magic attacks in a row without me being able to heal, my ninja will die. So what I'm going to try to do is give him a high potion so that he can hopefully survive at least one attack. Then the knight will hopefully protect him. And then hopefully my devout will cure everybody. But let's see what happens. This could all go horribly wrong. That's okay. Oh man. Okay, it couldn't survive. Ninja went down. So again, the safer strategy is to put the ninja in the back row and just throw shurikens, or you can even physically attack, it'll just do half as much damage. But now I'm going to guard for a turn to bring back my ninja. We do have a rise, so that'll fully revive my ninja. I do want him to get the experience. Yeah, that's right. Attack my knight, especially when he's guarding. But we are almost back to full strength. I would imagine probably one more round. I'm fairly confident, so I'm even going to keep my dragoon on the ground. And remember, you do get a full heal of your HP and MP. Oh, there's the pirouette after each of these boss battles, so feel free to go all out. I wouldn't use items unless you absolutely have to, but that's entirely up to you. But that's 3 of 4 defeated, and the hardest one of the 4 sub-bosses. Here's our 3rd Warrior of the Dark. That's right, they coexist in a precarious balance. Oh, they cancel each other out, and that brings about the void. Interesting. I would argue it's hard to have one without the other, right? So, although I guess you can have darkness without the light. Oh, we need hope. Help us. You're our only hope. Well, that's a cheery thought. In time, the void will win, but for now, let's not allow that to happen. Let's keep it at bay. Alright, well, we'll do the best we can. Back at the central area, heading to our final sub-boss before the final boss of the game. And this is, in many ways, the easiest of the sub-bosses, especially if you take it on last. Now the big problem with this sub-boss, as we're going to grab another ribbon from a chest here and take out another Zandy clone, is that the physical attacks of this sub-boss can actually petrify your party members. But since all of our party members are wearing ribbons, that is completely irrelevant. Now the other thing that this boss does is it uses a lot of high-level magic. but we are going to kill it in 2 rounds, guaranteed. And that is simply because it is a flyer. And so when our Dragoon lands and hits it with its jump, it'll do over 50,000 damage to the boss, if not more. It'll only say 10,000 damage because the shown damage cap is only 9999. But I wouldn't doubt that it's going to probably do around 70 to maybe 80,000 damage from the jump alone, because of the power of the jump as well as the natural weakness of the flying character. So this battle will be similar to Bahamut. It's going to look like a lot, but in the end, it's not going to be that difficult. I mean, we'll start off the same. Physical attackers attacking, hasting them up, and then jump. And then we'll see what the boss does. So this is Ahriman. Seen in many of the other Final Fantasies. It does not use Doom or Death Gaze in this particular game. It can heal itself though, so you don't have to worry about death sentence or countdown. Just go all out and take it out as quickly as possible. Nice. Alright, Dragoon, anytime now. Oh, we're gonna increase the suspense. Boom! Down it goes. Now, in order to check how much damage that actually did, we're going to have to check our achievements on the Invincible. The Moogle will tell you the maximum damage you've done with an attack. And so that'll tell you how much damage that did, or the attack against Bahamut. But I would assume that attack, since we are significantly stronger now than when we took on Bahamut. One cannot exist without the other, much like the sun and the world. I'm not sure that's how that works. I think a star can exist without a planet. But I don't know if a planet can exist without a star. Maybe. By definition, isn't a planet something that is orbiting a star? But this is our final Warrior of the Dark. We have now saved all of them and released them from these, I guess, jail cells? Captivity in the crystals. And now they're going to combine their powers and help us take on the Cloud of Darkness and actually make us able to damage it. So that's nice. Hopefully we won't get completely eradicated like we did the last time we took it on. But before we do that, we have some final preparation to do. And that is to change Ingus over to a different job class for this final boss battle. And that job is the Bard. The Bard, you say? Yes, the Bard. The Bard has a special ability called Sing, and one particular song that he can sing when equipped with the Lamia Harp. And that is Requiem. And Requiem is going to do a lot of damage to the final boss. So we are going to be singing every single turn, and you are going to see how effective that can be. Now there's going to be a 4 battle adjustment period, so I'm just going to do 4 quick battles in between episodes, running around like a fool. And then in my next episode, we will have everyone prepared and ready to take on the final boss. So as always, viewers, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I appreciate the continued support, and next time we will take on the final boss of Final Fantasy III. So long. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and leave a comment below. Please also subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell. See you next time.